Okay, so today I'm doing my August TBR, talking all the books I plan to read in the month of August. Can you believe I'm doing my August TBR? I remember doing my January TBR. What are we doing talking August? Alright, I have 3 books that I don't have on me yet. At the time of recording, it is the 23rd of July, so there's still a week to get them. And yeah, they'll be here on Saturday, so not that far away, which is good. So yeah, there are 3 books that I'll have to put up on the screen, but otherwise I have the rest and can't wait to show them to you. Let's jump right on in. This is my August 2024 TBR. Well, what a way to start things off. The first book that I'm going to read in the month of August, I don't have yet. So we'll put it up on the screen. And that is this book, Sorrow and Starsight, which is book number 8 in the Zodiac Academy series. This is what I call an adult. It's technically new adult, but I don't like new adult. It just feels like a bridge aging specification. So for me, it's an adult fantasy with some very, very, very high levels of spice. But otherwise, this series for me is rather akin to the Harry Potter series if Harry Potter and Hogwarts was set in an adult world. I love this series so much. I did not read it in June. Did I read it in, sorry, I did not read it in July. Did I read it in June? Yes. But the first book I read in June, I did not read it, this series at all in July, and now I'm reading in August. Best believe I cannot wait to get back to this series. The next book that I plan to read, and that's very long, by the way, it's 728 pages. So if it takes me a while to get through that one, you know why. The next book I plan to read is actually a reread for me. It is this book, Conventionally Yours, by Annabeth Albert. This is book number 1 in the True Colours duology. I have read this, as I said, it's a reread for me, but I did not know that Annabeth Albert had released another book in this series for the duology. So I'll be reading that next month, which is called Out of Character. And it's less pages than this book by 2. This is 402 pages. That one is 400 pages. But anyway, yeah, I love this book so much. We follow Conrad and, oh gosh, what was his name? Alden? Yeah, and Alden. And I'm trying to remember which is which, but one of them has quite full-on anxiety, and the anxiety side was certainly either studied very well by Annabeth Albert, or she has experienced it herself, but either way, it was done very, very well. I really enjoyed reading this. The basic premise, I'm happy to tell you, because I say I've read it before. I'm sorry about my itchy nose, by the way. The basic premise of this one is that, as I say, we follow Conrad and Alden. Both of them need to get to this card playing Comic-Con thing, RPG thing. I'm not an RPG person, forgive me, role playing card game thing, exhibition thing that they're going to, and they decide that they are going to drive together. And these two couldn't be any more opposite. As I said, one of them is very anxiety ridden, kind of self-confessed nerd, very introverted. The other one is a jock. It kind of is stereotypical that the nerd would do the RPG, not necessarily the jock, but the jock loves the game. And they don't get on very well, but the car ride could change all that. Really love this. It is a, is it YA? Yes. YA, male romance. Very well done. Romance contemporary, whatever you want to call it. But, yeah. Really looking forward to that. Next book I plan to read is this book, Dark Flame, by Alison Noel. This is book number 4 in the Immortals series. It is YA paranormal. I don't even know what it's regarded as for the genre, but I definitely would call it paranormal. We are dealing with Eva, who is a psychic, and among other gifts that she has, but her main one being she's a psychic, and there are other magical beings in this book, but I wouldn't, in this series, sorry, but I wouldn't call it a fantasy. I'd definitely call it a paranormal. It's been up and down for me. I didn't like the way the book 2 ended. I am currently reading book 3, and I'm actually enjoying it. So looking forward to getting on to book number 4. Oddly enough, book number 4 I ordered after book number 3, and it arrived like 2 weeks before number 3 did. I was a bit worried there. The next book I'm going to read is probably going to surprise a lot of you who did not see my latest mid-month vlog because it is a coffee house book. That's right. The next book I'm going to read is Holiday Buzz by Cleo Coyle. This is book number 12 in the Coffee House Mystery series. It's an adult cozy mystery. This series is a very long series. I DNF'd this series prior to the halfway mark of the year. And then when I did my worst books of the year video, I felt so bad for all of the worstness that I put on this series that I thought, I should read what is this one again? This is 12. I should reread book number 11. I DNF'd that after 4 chapters, so I'll give it a go. I did. I loved it. So maybe I just needed a break from it. So here we go. This is book 12. I, funny enough, already had this book on me. So I didn't have to order it, but I'll need to order book 13. But yeah, looking forward to this one. In this series, we follow Claire Cosey, who works at a cafe, that is run by her ex-mother-in-law, Madame, who I love. She's my favorite character. So funny. And Matteo is Claire's ex-husband and Madame's son. He still works for the company, even though they're not together. And the two of them have 2 children. Fantastic series. Really, really love it. Can't wait to keep reading. The next book I plan to read is, let's make sure this is the right one. Yes, it is Vanishing Vacationers by Hope Callahan. This is book number 5 in the Millie cruise ship mystery series. And what can I say? Other than this is an adult cozy mystery book, part of an adult cozy mystery series that follows Millie, who's on a cruise ship. Need I say more? This is so much fun. The cozy side of this series is so much fun. The mysteries I always find to be intriguing. The reveals I'm not necessarily a big fan of because I feel like the reveals should be longer. The reveals are generally like 2.5 pages and so very, very quick. And you've been leading up to it all this time, so it feels like a letdown for me each time. But aside from the reveals, I love the mystery. I love walking around the cruise with Millie. Oh my gosh, all the different things that happen in the cruise and all the different people. So yeah, looking forward to continuing on with this series as well. The next book that I plan to read, excuse me, is this book, which is Starting from Scratch by Jay Northcott. This is book number 5 in the Housemates series. It is an adult, is it adult? Yeah, probably new adult, but I still would call it adult. An adult male romance book and series with spice level of 10 out of 10. And the majority of each book is the spice itself. So there's a lot of spice and then some character growth and character arc moments that occur within each book. But I love it. We're basically following a group of university students who live on campus in university housing. And in each book, we follow a different housemate that live in the same university house and they get up to their spicy things. Anyway, I love the series and I would love to read more Jane Northcott in the future. Great author for this type of material. And I'm very close to the end. This, as I said, I think this is book number 5. Yeah, this is book number 5. And there are, just trying to find out, there are 6 books. So there's only one more after this one. And then I'm done with the series, which will be sad. Because I've loved that series so much so far. Alright, the next book that I plan to read I don't have on me, so we're going to put it up on the screen, and that is my next Campers and Criminals book. It is book number 26 called Rangers, RVs, and Revenge. So yeah, I'm doing a Campers and Criminals buddy read over on my Discord, and we read 3 Campers and Criminals books a month because they are very short. They're usually 200 pages or less, so that's why we can cram in 3. And yeah. So, looking forward to that one. In this series, we follow... Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember her name again. Mae West! Maybelline! We follow Mae West, who her husband, fiance, whatever he was, I think husband, he was involved in this Ponzi scheme, and then, yeah, due to another set of circumstances, they end up leaving each other, whether it was divorce or breakup. And the one thing that he left May was a camping ground, a caravan ground, caravan park. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Who's or was it? What? A caravan park. I'm going to call it that. That's what we call it in Australia. Anyway, so yeah, it's a rundown caravan park and May's doing everything she can to spruce it up. And I love the community in, is it the Happy Trails community, or is Happy Trails the name of the, the caravan park. But either way, the community that's not just the caravan park, but all the other businesses, every business supports each other in their own way. And so does May. Like, May will go to the bakery to get muffins, and they have muffins made for her business, for the caravan park. So in case visitors or people who are staying want a muffin, and that also makes business for the bakery. So, you know, and it's not just the bakery, because that's kind of your typical thing, but any which way that all the businesses can support each other, I love. We have a very dry-witted character. I love my dry-witted characters, I really do, especially if they're octogenarians, and her name is Dottie Swaggart in this series. I love her a lot. Anyway, yeah, as I say, I don't have this book at the moment, Rangers, RVs and Revenge, but I am looking forward to getting onto it. Therefore, the next book that I'm going to read, I also don't have, which is this book, which is called Trapping Turkeys. No, I do have that one. Wow. Campfires, Courage and Convicts is book number 26. My goodness, this is a very long series. It has currently 36 books. So there's that one. And then the final Camps and Criminals we're reading this month I do have, which is this book, which is Trapping Turkeys and Thanksgiving. Again, all these adult cozy mysteries. All of these are books in the Campers and Criminals series. This one, book number 28. All right. And then we move on to another series that I'm reading 3 books from, starting in August. Yep, so I've read, I think I started reading 1 book a month with this series, then started reading 2 books a month with this series, and now I'm going to read 3 books a month with this series, because I went from having the whole set and starting reading them in this year in 2024, and I want to get through all 21 books in the series, and that is the Famous 5 series. So the next book I'm going to read is book 11, 5, Have a Wonderful Time. I love that I have a box set of these books, by the way. Just a very quick side note, because 1, I don't have to go and purchase these books every month. They just see that box right up there, up the top there. That's my Famous 5 book, a box set. So I can just, grab it out and there it is. I have read the minority of this series. I've probably read about 4 or 5 books and that's it. I have not read this one, so I'm looking forward to it. Therefore, the next book I'm going to read is this one, which is 5 Go Down to the Sea, book number 12 in the Famous 5 series. I have not read this one either. And then the last book I'm going to read for the month, as well as the last Famous 5 book I'm going to read for the month, will be this one, which is 5 Go to Mystery More, which is book number 13 in the series, and I have not read this one either, so I haven't read any of them, which is really interesting for me. I love this series. I kind of liken this series to a middle grade cozy mystery. So if you love your cozies and you want to give a middle grade cozy, what I'm calling a middle grade cozy, because it's not called that, but what I'm calling a middle grade cozy a go, I highly recommend Famous 5. They're always trying to solve mysteries. It's middle grade. It's fun. What can I say? If there's a secret way, passage, door, chamber, then Enid Blyton, the amazing author behind this series, will always find a way to put that secret thing there, which is always fun as well. But, yeah. And now for everyone's favourite game that we like to call Up. These are most of the books that I plan to read in the month of August 2024. What books do you plan to read in the month of August 2024? Let me know in the comments section below. But in the meantime, that is where I am going to leave it. We have a shorter video today. Can you believe it? Mr. Francy can make shorter videos. Yay! So very quickly, because it is short, I just want to make a point that now that I've done all of my favorites, well, I haven't. I've got one more favorite I need to do, I believe. I'll just double check. Yeah, so I've just double checked. I only have one more favorite and non-favorite video that I need to do, which is the bookshelf tour, but I've been quite delayed in that one because it does take a long time to film and I haven't had a lot of time. So aside from that, the rest of the faves and non-favorites are already completed. And so because of that, I'm going back to my weekly vlogs in August, and let me tell you how much I'm looking forward to it. I miss my weekly vlogs when I'm not doing them. I will say that much. But yeah, because I had a wonderful month this month. I had so much to talk about with all the different books. I am also thinking I'm going to try and set up a little poll here. It's a verbal poll. Respond in the comments below, because YouTube back in the day used to allow you to put polls up in the corners and you could just click on them and it was easy. And then they took away the polls. Of all the things, I don't know why they took away the polls. The polls were amazing. Do we miss the polls? Hashtag bring back the polls. But anyway, we're going to do a verbal poll. Put your answer in the space below. Would you like to see me do some dedicated book reviews? The difference between a vlog, a TBR and a monthly wrap versus a dedicated review is in a dedicated review, we focus fully on that one book or one series, and it can be spoiler-free and spoiler, or spoiler only. So yeah, let me know if you want me to do that, because if you do, I might get into doing some dedicated book reviews in August. We'll see how we go. But that's where I am going to leave it. So I'm going to let you all go with peace, blessings, and so much love. Please do be kind and love one another and spread your sparkling energy all throughout the world. And until next time, happy reading. Bye, everyone.